Welcome to RounderTales.com. Today we are going to be playing a sit and go on FullTilt poker. Today we're going to be playing a $5 sit and go. Give you guys a little opportunity to see how we play and the thought processes that we're going through while we're making our plays. First hand of the tournament, we got 410. We're one away from the button. It folds around to us, so we will make a raise. Try to steal some blinds. We got a couple callers, but hit a pretty good flop. Right off the bat, we make a good hand, and flop comes Jack 3-4, so we have top pair, second pair, and a good kicker. See what happens as it comes around to us. It checks around to us, so with our hand we should probably bet about 200 chips. It's about half the size of the pot. It's going to make everybody fold who has us beat, and anybody who doesn't will probably call to try to outdraw us. So it's kind of a scary looking bet, the 200. It's a really good card for us. Nobody could have really improved there, so our hand is about as good as you can get right now. We want to keep them in this pot, but still make them pay to try to outdraw us. We've got 1,020 in the pot, so let's bet about 150. It's definitely a bet that is going to raise some eyebrows. We got Mom Lee calling behind us, and 13 amps behind her, thinking about maybe calling too, and they do. And the river comes at another 6, so we basically have the best possible hand. Want to extract maximum value, so we will bet 80 chips, and we'll take this one down. Good, we got 2 callers, and we will. Oh man, running into a pretty rough hand there. We got called by Ace 4, which is a really horrible play. Most players who are any good will realize that our bet on the river was meant to get a call, and they would make us for having quad 6s or jacks full or something like that. But 13 amps obviously is a very poor player. Called even though there was almost no way he could win, and just made a really horrible call. So sometimes that happens. You have to shake that off and focus on the next hand, which we'll do right now. So takes a little bit of a bite out of us, but that's okay. Well, we folded this hand. I don't remember what we had. I was in such a fuss over that bad beat, but looks like there's some good action right here, and we've got somebody who's delaying, which is awesome. He's in a time bank. Guess we can talk about the good qualities that FullTilt has to offer. One of the best things I think about FullTilt is the players and the avatars, as they're referred to in the poker circles, that you can pick, and you can pick and choose the avatars that you want. You can just basically pick from a whole list of different people, animals, things, and there's a lot of strategy that actually goes into to picking yours that I don't think a lot of people really view as well as they should. As you can tell, I picked the Eskimo, which is a very good choice strategy-wise, because nobody really ever trusted an Eskimo. So whenever I make a hand, I'm going to paid off almost all the time. You can see there's a lot of other different things you can pick from, but one of the great other features that you can have on FullTilt is you can change the look of your avatar. You can choose a normal, a happy, an angry, or a confused look. And this is really important because a lot of people don't realize it, but the look that your player has a lot to do with how you play. And a lot of times when I have a really good hand, let's say I have right here, let's say I have Ace King, and I have almost an unbeatable hand, so I am going to change my look to confused. And when I bet, the people that I'm playing against are going to look at me, they're going to look at my player, and they're going to say, hey, this guy, she's confused or he's confused, and we don't even know what to do. So we're going to call. Right here, we'll pick up Queen 8. I want to keep the confused look on because this is a really strong hand if it hits the right flop. So we have our confused look. Still going on the different looks of your avatar, a lot of times when I'm bluffing, I'll switch my look to happy because somebody who's contemplating whether or not to call with one pair or trips or something might look at me and say, gosh, this guy, he looks happy, he must have a good hand. It just makes sense. And so a lot of times they'll fold, and I'll be able to win pots just like that. Queen 8 of clubs, and the flop comes Ace King 7. Not exactly perfect. There's a good chance that this really didn't hit anybody, so we're going to take a shot at it right here, see if we can take this pot down right now. If we do get called, we got a lot of outs that we can hit for runners. A lot of straight draws out there. Not really any flush draw for us, but maybe. Got one call by Mom Lee. Putting him probably on a 7, or I had him on a hearts, but now I don't want to have him on hearts. So we hit our queen, which is really good. So we're going to we're going to fire, as they like to say, we're going to fire another barrel at this, and we're going to bluff again, and we're going to bet another 150 chips. See if we can take it down, and we get a call. 9 hits on the river. Really couldn't help him. I think he's probably had something like Jack 5 with the Jack of Hearts. So we're going to try to take it down right here with a bet. Maybe we'll get called. Maybe he'll call Jack High. We'll see. But sometimes that's not what you're up against. I got called by King 4, and there's really no hand that he could possibly beat, and even though he won, it was a bad play by him. I made what most pros would consider I think it's from the twilight strategy of plays, and I tried to twilight him, but he re-twilighted me, which is probably unintentional by him. Most poor players haven't heard of the twilight strategy, but that's how we have to go. One player got knocked out. That's really good. 10-7, really powerful hand. Can make a lot of straights, a lot of flushes. We want to raise this up. We're going to get some action in here. Try to get some value out of our money. It's a good sized raise. It's probably not going to get called unless somebody's got a really good hand or something. Got one call by Mom Lee, the same guy who I think unintentionally re-twilighted me a few hands ago. We're going to see if we can lay a pretty good whack on him right here. That's kind of our flop. We want to get all of our money in here because of the straight draws and flush draws that we have. Against a lot of hands, we're going to be a big favorite. We're going to slow play. We're going to let him bet it, and then we're going to see if we can get him to commit some chips so that we can get all of ours in, which he falls perfectly into the trap, and we're going to catch him right here. See, he's got ace 4. We turn. awful beats today. But that's our video for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully next time we'll give you a little better result. Thanks. Bye.